What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Today we got some special things to you. So without kind of hinting to it, we're just going to dive right in. And I want to show you a little bit about what we're planning on doing with our city. So as you see the other day, I kind of teased breaking this down, and I still may break more of it down. But what we did was we removed the bookstore from that back corner, and I put my mock building back there for now. And we moved the bookstore up here because ultimately what I'm gonna have to do, I think, to expand is extend the table, which I've been talking about for a long time. So I want to add a shelf right here behind this. I don't know if I want it to be all the way back in the street or some buildings like this that are kind of have the back opening, kind of have like a Christmas platform up top or a holiday platform. But either way, I want to add a level here because I just purchased a train set that I found for $50 off. So I'm very excited about that. It's the speed train. So that should get coming in here soon, and that's very exciting. And once that comes in, then I will have the train set to conspire or to construct. I have an idea, but it's a very loose idea of how I want to build this. I showed you yesterday, we have some more wood in my garage, but also because if we're moving our Lego room in the near future, this shelf will be a little bit higher, and then I kind of want to put one underneath it possibly, or at least a portion of it, to where then I could put like the Halloween stuff over in the corner, Christmas stuff right here, have the train set underneath, and bring all these buildings out so I don't have any of them back facing. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to start building last year's holiday Main Street so I can get an idea of how big these buildings are to see how high or how low I can make that platform. So we're going to rip this open. We're going to start building. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to move the bookshelf. I'm sorry, we're going to move the bookstore. We're gonna move the bookstore out of the way so we have more room to build, because that's another thing. I don't have a lot of extra space to build, so we're just gonna kind of throw that right there. And as I said in my other video yesterday, we want to kind of take this a new direction where we're kind of going to build a little bit of stuff live each day. It's not going to be so much the time lapse type of things. And just for y'all noticing, this is set 10308, comes with 1,500 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigures, which is really cool. So hoping that's going to be a fun little build. I'm going to lay out our bags. We got a number of instruction manuals. Got some stickers. We're going to move these over here first. And like I said, we're kind of going to build things live because normally in the past we've been doing all time lapses and then doing reviews. So now I figure, you know what? Let's go ahead and just build this and we'll talk. And once I post this and y'all watch it, then you can ask questions and I can answer them live for you. So, and then at the end we can also do a full review as well. So there's 7 bags, 6, 5, bag 5s, bag 4, 3, 2, 2. There we go. I'm guessing this is going to be bag 1. That is right. It looks like it's just the little platform. So we're going to go ahead and start building that. Luckily we get 3 minifigures in this first bag, so that's always fun to add people to our city. And who doesn't love building Christmas sets? Typically in the past I've gotten the Christmas set and then I save it to the following year and I build the previous years around Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year just because, I got a lot of plans, but at the same time, we don't have a lot of room. So That's one of the things that I'm currently struggling with is finding space for my builds. You know, it's kind of getting difficult to buy stuff and just sit on it. But at the end, that may be what we have to do just to... Oop, that's not good. Just to get around what we're doing. So let's see, this guy. We got the little boy who comes with an awesome little hat and a letter, it looks like, to Santa, which my kids are currently working on very soon. Little Santa letter for Santa, which is awesome. Then we got gray pants, pink shirt, smiling face. That goes to this person. Smiling face. Black hair, love that. And then she has some bags. Light blue and dark blue bags. To go shopping, love it. Who doesn't love Christmas shopping? Even with all the crowds, still just to get in the mood of Christmas. Best time of the year, especially as a dad. And then this woman has a yellow bag and a red bag. So as I said, you know, we may build 1 or 2 bags a day kind of thing and kind of just talk our way through it. So it's going to be very raw, very unedited, very little cuts. Just hope y'all enjoy the build. This person's got a really cool printed sweater, really cool headpiece. Love those 3. So now we get to build the first set. Plus y'all can see kind of how I go about building. I vary from technique to technique. Sometimes I sort, sometimes I just go, depending on the difficulty of the build. It always is changing for me, so. And if you get bored with these, that's all right. You can just play it in the background. Just trying to give you guys a little bit more insight in daily building rather than rushing through the builds to get them done and then having them take up room where I don't have room. So it may be a longer, you know, progressing style, but we're going to get to know each other. That's kind of how I look at this. Let's get to know each other. I love my Lego community. I love my followers. A lot of you have been very open and honest with me, so I feel it's just right for me to be open and honest with you. So that's what we're going to do. And who knows, maybe my kids will even pop in. Obviously not today, they won't, but plus today work's kind of been slow, somewhat boring. So why not build a little, you know? Work break to build some Lego. Got some exciting things coming to y'all as well. As I said, I just ordered a train set I've wanted for a while, but the price has been pretty high when I've seen it, and I just saw it on Amazon for 20% off, so I jumped on it. Probably not going to open it till Christmas and until I figure out this. But like I said, I got wood. And if you saw yesterday, I got wood in the garage that I'm going to start working on planning some stuff. It's just going to take a minute because we're potentially going to be upgrading our living situation for our baby. So some of this stuff is kind of just going to get put on hold, so slowing things down is not the worst situation. First, stickers. I get questions about this a lot. How do I put on my stickers? I do not do them traditionally. I know a lot of people use the brick separator. I, on the other hand, do not. I like to just throw them on and add them. If they're a little curved, they're a little curved. To kind of just live with it. Not the end of the world. There we go. Those are pretty good. We got the mailbox on top. Ooh, we get a black light pole. Don't love that when they're all white on the modulars, but that is one thing I also have plans on picking up more. I noticed on some pick-a-brick walls, y'all have been able to find some lamp posts. I have not been able to find those yet, but hopefully in the near future, I can get them. But we'll see. Not the end of the world. Second sticker, Main Street. Beautiful. All right. Actually, learning this technique could be huge as well because I need to add these to my city anyways. I don't have any street names or anything like that. Street lights. And that bugs me, even though y'all have been kind enough to not really throw that in my face, which I do appreciate. It is going to be nice to add some realistic features like that, like streets, lampposts, street lights, all of that good stuff. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. It's very slow moving with the holidays being around. I don't have much time to build, so hopefully y'all bear with me, and hopefully y'all enjoy these as much as I hope. Let me know in the comments if you do, and we'll continue to do them like this. And as I said yesterday, we will still be doing the same stuff we are doing. That looks beautiful, don't you think? We will still be doing reviews. We'll still be doing, leaks and, stuff that LEGO's planning on coming out with. It's just, I want to be able to provide y'all with the best content possible. And I just love shooting videos. I love making them. I love editing them, finishing them, uploading them, hearing your reactions, hearing your feedback for them. So I'm just hoping this kind of opens that space to become a little bit more closer with y'all, my fans, our supporters, our followers, and grow as one. Blue and red. 3 tan studs. 1, 2, and there's 3. With this up top. And we get to build some branches. All right. Two. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those, do this 4 times, which I wish they would tell you that at the beginning of it. Like, hey, you're going to need to do these next 10 steps 4 times, because then I could prepare myself much better. But I have a feeling they're going to tell us at the very end that this is a step that we get to do 4 times. 4 times. So there's 1. Now let's go back 10 steps and now redo it all 4 times. See, this is why I say, like, I have a different technique. I like to do these all at once rather than go through one, finish it, come back, finish it, go back, finish it, all of that. I want to do each step 1 time. Okay, flip it over. And now we get this, with that, this, with that, this, with that. Next step, 1, 2, large, green. This, green, large, 1, 2. This one, large, green, 1, 1. Then this with the light green, small, yellow. This large green, yellow, small. This yellow, small. All right, all up to par. Boom, boom. Nope. Definitely missed a step. Dang. That's what you're gonna have though. Every now and then you skip a couple steps because you get so dialed in that you forget. 2, 3. And then our last one, so 3, large, yellow, yellow, curve. And then they all get orange stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They go right there. Also, my goal for this is kind of, just to break down the build a little bit more. Spend 10 minutes every day to build rather than 3 hours here, 3 hours there, some days not building at all. I really just want to enjoy it. So I'm hoping that's what this allows us to do. This is a cool tree too. The way this comes together. Very cool. Love it. Green. Oh, and then that star is going to go on top. Star is going to go, oh, goodness gracious, that's great. So there we go. We got a tree. We got the front walkway. Gonna be very cool. So there is, let's see, that's okay. I'm missing stuff here. Sometimes when I talk too much, I don't focus on the build as much as I should. That's gonna be a problem. But bag 1 done. We're gonna have to scan that and get some QR points. Let's see, where's bag 2? That's 4, 5, 2, 3. Trolley. Should have known. Trolley, bag 2. Let's see. And it's really cool. This trolley, you can hook up the electronics to it. And it becomes a fully movable train. I think that's really cool. So we may finish the trolley for today's episode. Let's see. We're doing the conductor. Speaking of trolleys, how about that Orient Express train that they announced coming out December 1st? As if I needed other problems. Thanks, Lego, because now I really want that because it's super cool. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it day 1. Because I'm not trying to go bankrupt. Also, if anybody knows anything about the LAN network, LAN, Lego Ambassador Network, feel free to comment below. I would love to hear what y'all have to say. I applied for it knowing they were going to reject me, and I just got the rejection, and I'm not upset about it. I'm not anywhere near the size of current LAN ambassadors, so I fully get it, but I would like to have an idea of what you got to go get to in order. And do they, I don't know, do they like select a few a year, or do they do many throughout the year? I just don't know that whole process. So if anybody knows, I would love for you to comment below. I have a feeling from reading some of the comments recently, I feel like we're getting larger scaled enthusiasts comment on our videos, which is great because I'm learning a ton. So I'm hoping maybe somebody knows something that I don't know about the LAN and is open to discussing it, because I would love to know what that process is and how they go about doing it. All right, we need a 1x4. Perfect. Sorry about that. I got a call from my work, and well, that's what currently pays my bills. So until y'all subscribe and we can get this channel moving, kind of have to put that first. I got a family to take care of, you know? But just kidding. Never gonna hold that against y'all. You guys are all great. I love you all. Your support means the absolute world to me. My kids absolutely love it. They love telling their mom that they talk to the people on the internet, and it always makes me laugh because they love to say goodbye to y'all. And hopefully one day they take over this channel and they could take it to heights that I couldn't even imagine. Maybe one day. That would be the dream. So we're building a trolley now. It's coming along very nicely. Really excited to see how this works, because I also like to see how you can work in the electrical block to make it motorized. That would be a really cool thing to do in the near future once I get my train track and get it all set up and functioning and working and stuff like that. Oh, very cool. Just love the way these things come together a lot. Absolutely brilliant. So much, and not something I'm ashamed to say, but man, these builders are creative in ways that I cannot imagine. Just absolutely amazed by what they're able to do. Would be so cool to have their jobs. As a kid, wanting to build Lego was something I always wanted to do for a career, but I didn't think it was a realistic thing. And eventually I got old enough, I got too old to where, you know, other things started happening, took other paths, and I didn't think it was a real thing. And it wasn't until COVID, really, that I really started getting back into major collecting. It was more or less just never a thought in my mind when I went through college, or even early years out of college when I was single, which I wish it would have been, but you can't go back in the past and dwell. You can't get by like that. So, you know, just a little bit. So also, you know, part of this is to get people to know me better and for me to know everybody else a little better. Just so y'all know, you know, I grew up in Ohio, and you know, we didn't always have the money to buy Lego, even though I loved Lego, but my parents always made it work. One thing I'm learning now is they bought me a lot of off-brand Lego, which at the time, I didn't know that was a thing until now when they gave me all of mine, and I'm filtering through it and I'm noticing things, and it makes me laugh all the time when I see it because, you know, as parents, you do what you got to do to make your kids happy, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'm not going to talk bad on my parents. I love them very much. I love them dearly, and what they did for me as a kid is something I only hope I can do for my kids. They gave me a great childhood. They were great parents. And as I grew up, as I said, you know, I kind of got out of Lego, and I went to college in Ohio, and I got into really big into video production. That was my dream, was to be a film producer. And as I graduated college, I had the opportunity to move to LA, but I eventually turned it down. And it seems kind of stupid when that was your dream for so long. But my brother and his wife had their first kid. And keep in mind, at this point in my life, I had no interest in kids. I had never held a kid. I was young, in my 20s, and the first time I met my nephew, I said, I am not leaving. I'm not going to California. I'm staying here, and I'm going to figure it out and be around as my nephew grows up, because it was so much fun being with him. I wanted to see him grow up. And so for the next couple of years, I lived in Ohio, the Cleveland area, and worked for a company, not doing anything that I loved, but it paid well. I was single and I got to travel. So that's what I did. And with that, because I was single, a lot of the money I made, I put into a video production company. And within that video production company, we actually got really big in Cleveland. We did athletic video highlights. I did a lot of weddings. I still do weddings, but you know, we did a lot of cool stuff with that video production company. And eventually, my lease was coming to an end in Ohio. I had two nephews at this point, and one of my college buddies called me up and said, "Hey, I'm moving to Nashville. Do you want to come?" And I said, "You know what? Why not?" I was 20, let's see, it was 2014. So I was like 26, going on 27. And again, I was single. My lease was about to be up. So I thought, why not? And it was the most nerve-wracking experience I've ever lived through. Quitting a very well-paying job to move to a city where you don't know anybody, you don't have a job lined up. That was a very, very nerve-wracking experience. It was not something I don't think my dad was too fond of, because he's very old school and traditional of, you don't quit a job unless you have a job lined up, which I fully understand. But I said, you know what, I'm young, I got some savings, I'm going to do it. And so I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where, like I said, I didn't know anybody, had nothing lined up, and I lived off my savings for the first 6 months or so. And then I finally got a job working for a company. I'm not going to say the company's name because I technically still work for them. So eventually got the job. It was funding my way of living in Nashville. And then I ultimately met my wife. We moved in together. We eventually got married, as you know. And we've been married for, let's see, what year are we even in? That's the problem. It's not that I don't remember. It's just, I'm getting old, I feel like. So, let's see, we got married in 2017. And so it is 2023. So we've been married 6 years now. And we've had 3 beautiful children, 2 girls and a boy, which has been just absolutely amazing. And that kind of is where it brings me to now. The company I work for, I don't technically work for the same company, but I do technically work for them. It's a franchisee company, so that means I worked at the corporate office for a number of years, and then I made way to an actual franchise. And now I do IT work for that franchise. So that's why I'm able to work at home and build Lego throughout my day. I'm very fortunate to have this because not only that, I'm also able to spend time with my family and my kids throughout the day. I don't have to go into an office that often. I do travel to the location of the franchise a few times a year, but can't complain when you get to work from home in sweatpants and really manage your own schedule. It's very much a get your work done and there'll be no questions asked type of situation. And so with 3 kids, I'm sorry, if I'm up late or if I get up early with one of the kids, I can start work. And then throughout the day when things are slow, I'm able to hop on here and build some Lego. And a lot of people say, you're really lucky and you're really fortunate, and you're absolutely right. I am. I'm very lucky, not just to have a job that allows me to do what I do and have the time to build Lego, which is my passion, but also to be at home and be with my family and provide for them and get to see them every single day, every morning before they go to school. I mean, you can't get any better than that, right? It's just truly an amazing situation, and it's amazing how God works in mysterious ways, because we've had some ups and downs, that's for sure. But that's a little bit about me. So as we finish up these this last of these bags, I hope you stuck with us the entire time. And if you did, comment below and let us know what you thought, because that is the end of bag 2. So we're going to go ahead and pause on the trolley. I just want to say thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed. I know this is a much longer video than normal, but I hope you stayed with us. I hope it provided you a little bit of relief from your day. And if it did, comment below, let me know. And if you're just joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, give us a like, check out our other videos, and come back tomorrow when we'll build some more of the trolley and the Holiday Main Street. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay creative.